everyone. I'm Christina Salem here with the Chaldean News. I'm at the second annual Bet Nahrain Art Show, which is in honor of the Bakhdeda wedding fire. I'm here with artist Cassidy Azzow. Cassidy, thank you for joining us today. Please tell us a little bit more about what brings you here and why you wanted to support this event.
Well, last year I came to this event and I thought it was really beautiful, but I wasn't participating. So I really wanted to put my art in the show this year because a lot of my art is very cultural and connected to our ethnic identity. So that really motivated me to want to be in the show, to kind of be with the other Chaldean and Assyrian artists. And especially this year with the wedding fire, I'd really like to just show my support. Actually, I was talking to one of the other artists who, there was a moment where the show was kind of like up in the air for a little bit because of the tragedy that did happen. And what we were discussing was that if anything, it would be better for the community to come together and kind of unite in a way that can honor the victims, because we're not in that situation. We're, really blessed to be where we're at. So I think that the unity that the show is bringing and the solidarity is a really big piece of why I wanted to be here.
Well, thank you so much for being here. And what are some of the pieces that you've brought with the show, for the show?
So a lot of my artwork is religious-based artwork. I brought an icon, I will call it an icon style painting of Father Rarid, who died in 2010 in Mosul. And then I brought an icon style painting of Padre Pio when he was a young man. I brought an icon style painting of Jonah and the whale. And then I made a new painting for this show this year of the Ishtar Gates with the native flora of Iraq. And finally, I brought an icon that I actually made with a master iconographer from Greece. I made that, it took me 40 hours to make it during an intensive workshop with him where he taught us how to pray an icon, because you don't paint icons, you pray them.
Wow.
So a lot of my stuff is very religious.
And then is there something specific that drives you to want to create stuff like that? Do you feel like it's a more than just like a hobby or an art, like it's more of a divine calling for you?
The creative process for me is a spiritual process. So, like overall, if you meet me when I'm making art, I'm a lot nicer and happier person. So I do think it's a calling. I don't know if I would call it a calling as much as it is a gift that I want to participate in, that God has given me, that I want to participate in because it makes me feel connected to God. Mm-hmm. It's a parallel of the creative process that, God created all of us, and I can create something and I can look at it and I can see that it's a part of me, and then it reminds me how God looks at us and that we're a part of Him. So, yeah.
Amazing. And how do you feel being here and participating in something like this as a facet of, your spiritual identity?
I feel really happy to be here because lately, the past couple of years, I haven't made as much time to make art. I have other things that I do. For work, and I have a family and things like that. And so being a part of this show really motivated me to set aside the time to make art. So I feel really grateful to be here.
We're happy to have you here. And is there anything else that you want to let our audience know?
No, I think I want to say I really like all of the little kids that I see here. And I want to encourage them to make art, and that they can be artists if they want to. Because it's interesting, a lot of times when you talk to artists that are, from like minority communities, they're like an engineer and an artist, or like a pharmacist and an artist. And I think that's great. I really do. But also, I think that I want kids to know that, like, if they want to be an artist, that they can be an artist. They don't have to be in the DIA. They can be like in their local community, and they can have a career that they really love, if they put their effort into it.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time, Cassidy, and thank you for joining us today. Please check out her artwork, and what are your social media handles where people can see where your art is?
Cassidy Azzow, the artist.
So check her out on social media.
On Instagram.
Yep, on Instagram, and thank you again for your time.
Thank you.